Okay, people. So Friday night continued. Well, it's the wee hours of a Saturday morning, but it continued with the last LFA event of the year, LFA 120, which was headlined with a ladies flyweight championship. So we had Myra Canteria against Jamey-Lyn Horth going for the vacant flyweight belt. So there was seven, yeah, seven fights on the main card, right? And no, actually, I think there was six fights. Yeah, I can't count. There was six fights on the main card, people. Um, I thought it really got going though with the featured bout, right, which was a flyweight, another flyweight one, but this time the men were doing their thing. But no, it all got underway though with a middleweight clash. Now, calling the shots was a Ron Kronk and a Michael Chiesa. Um, Chiesa was wearing a dreadful Christmas jumper. It's a dreadful crap. I mean, I hate Christmas jumpers, but boy. And Kronk had a Christmas suit on, which, jeez, whoo, you would have to pay me a lot of scratch to don any of those two outfits. But yeah, no, it got underway with a middleweight clash. We had Jeff Nielsen against Billy Esk Ikana, I think. Elkana. Now Nielsen came out, you know, trying to get inside, but Elkin, he just had that reach. He had a reach and he had a good game plan. He was able to keep Nelson at bay and, you know, really just dominate the fight. Though Nelson, you know, he kept going and he had a better third round, but yeah, it was just that reach of Elkanah and the discipline to be able to put things together in a certain way, right? To keep to the game plan. That's what got Elkin the win here. And Nelson, not the debut that he was looking for. But, you know, I respect the fact that he didn't give up. He clearly didn't get, and he did land some nice shots. But yeah, just it's a struggle for him to get inside. So from there, we dropped down to the featherweight division, and we had Henry Huff against Philippe Martinez. Um, so with this one, Huff came out. He came out very kick heavy. You know, landed some very nice kicks to the legs, to the midsection. Then Martinez started to add some calf kicks to the game. And I just think it was Martinez's speed here that really just gave him the edge. He was just quicker to everything and just allowed him to pretty much just control the fight and walk away with a decision victory. So from there we had the debuts, right, of Royce White and Dequan Buckley. This was a heavyweight clash. It may have been better for this fight to start things off. Right now, I get why they put it there because, you know, Royce White, there's supposedly a lot of talk about him, you know, NBA player transitioning across to mixed martial arts. And I think what we saw, he does have the technique. Definitely has the technique, right? He threw up some very nice kicks. You know, he had a nice jab. The issue, though, was it's taking a lot of photos, right? It seemed he'd throw something and then admire it a little bit too much. And the jabs he was throwing and just the kicks he was throwing, they were nice, but there wasn't a conviction behind them, right? And the problem with that is Buckley, I think they said Buckley at his heaviest was 340, which is just 340 pounds, man. That's how he turned up for his first day of MMA training. But he's definitely lost a lot of weight. Still huge, and just considerably bigger than White, right? And so, without throwing out a jab with conviction, Buckley just came in. He just, not really a lot of finesse. It was like Ngannou against Rosenstruck, right? Just bomb rushed, and he utilized that to get in close and take White down. Now, in the first round, we saw White get up just really well. He showed that he's been working on the takedown defense and he's able to get up. But yeah, he just put himself in too many positions where he was taken down, right? There was a few occasions, good few occasions really, where it looked like he got Buckley in a tie plum, but didn't throw any knees. No knees. And it's just like someone as big as Buckley, you think attack that body, wear him out, take away his gas tank. You know what I mean? But yeah, White didn't do that. So he was taken down good few times in the first two rounds. Now he got up, but that's still takedowns. That's still a scoring opportunity from Buckley, who though didn't really do much with those takedowns until the third round. Because in the third round, he took Buckley, he took White down, but it was away from the fence, and there he was able to pretty much control him. And you think, yeah, which was the case, that was enough to win the fight. And it was, people. It was. So, I think what we saw from White was that he does have the skills. We just need to see more volume from him. You know what I mean? We just need to see more volume and for him to throw with more intention, right? Doesn't mean that every shot needs to be a haymaker or anything like that, but just a stiffer jab. Because when he did throw, it looked like, it was stinging Buckley, but he just didn't throw with that same conviction very, very often, really, in the fight, So, a decent win for Daquan Buckley there. So we then, as I said, look, our featured fight was Tyus White against Tony Larmy. Younger brother of TJ Larmy, who's in the UFC. And this was a flyweight clash. And I think the thing that you saw was just the speed. And this was the thing. The first three fights had been kind of slow, right? Slow, a little tentative in places. This fight, they just came at it. There is no holding back, man. Both came. But yeah, Larmy, he just had the speed. Oh, and the speed. Whew, power too behind those shots. And he was putting it on White. White just wasn't able to land much at all in the fight. Wasn't able to land. Larmy was mixing it up, going to the body, going to the head, and there was times you thought, White could catch him with a knee, but Larmy was just way too fast, and just able to avoid White's attacks. White tried a few takedowns, Larmy stuffed them, but White, stuffed a few of Larmy's as well, So although White, yeah, he just was a step behind all fight. He was trying to the end, and he definitely had a better third round. Was landing more, and it looked like he might have hurt one of his kicks may have hurt Larmy's leg. But White had a better third round, but Larmy, he's a problem, people. He was a dynamo up in there. It was extremely impressive. So yeah, definitely looking forward to see what these dudes, both of them, do in their next fights, you know. So in the co-main event, it was another middleweight clash. This time we had Jalen Fuller against the unbeaten Jalen Fuller against Bruno Assis. Now I think Assis had taken this fight on short notice, and straight away you could see, Fuller had some nice hands, but Assis, well, he did the thing that you'd think, right? Take a fight on short notice. You're either trying to get that knockout or you're trying to take someone down. And Assis got the early takedown, but Fuller got up real well, real quick, and he heard Assis with a big right hand, heard him, and landed a few other stiff shots. He didn't rush anything, but he did then allow Assis to get a hold of him, get inside, and take him down. So yeah, he got up, but then Assis took him down again. And I think he got another takedown in that first round, which you could see had really tired out Fuller. And which was a little surprising because, it's Assis that took the fight on short notice, but Fuller was the one who was most gassed, which did, the get-ups, he was able to get up. But you do wonder how much of that he trained because, yeah, it was crazy how gassed he was coming into the second, although didn't give up, he was still, he hands on the hips a lot, breathing, there's a mouth breathing, which meant he lost that mouth guard a few times, right? But still hit some real stinging shots and it stung Assis at one point in the second, but Assis able to get him down again. The crazy thing was Fuller, did a nice sweep, but then from the bottom, Assis started to just throw up hammer fists. Kind of got Fuller caught in, it wasn't a fully put on triangle, but he had him kind of locked up and just hit so many just cut him open, and was attacking. Went for an armbar, right? I think he attacked with an armbar at the end of the first round as well, right? Did the same at the end of the second round, both times with like just under 10 seconds left, which was the savior for Fuller. Because you think any longer he's tapping, and in the third, his arm is mad low. So you're thinking, it didn't break it, but might have tweaked some ligaments, or it's just, it's just been stretched a lot. Which allowed Assis to land a nice head kick. Didn't seem to stun Fuller though. But yeah, Fuller just tired, still trying to throw out some shots, but Assis just kept on him, took him down again and again, and was just, landing really nice ground and pound. And so, Assis, very good victory for some, taking a fight on short notice, you know what I mean? And the main event, right, for the vacant flyweight belt, Myra Canteria against Jamey-Lyn Horth. who was already a flyweight champion in Canada, coming first fight in America. And from the giddy up, you could see that Hoiff had the power. She had the power, but she decided to pressure Canteria up against the fence, right? Put up against, she was landing some very nice short elbows inside, right? And she was looking for the takedown, which you're thinking, that's an interesting, because Canteria, black belt, right? Black belt in jiu-jitsu and judo, I believe. But Hoff was looking for the takedown. Now, Canteria, though, she dropped down, did a little roll, grabbed the leg, and had a deep leg lock. But she was very indecisive with what sort of leg lock she was going to go for, right? Which, in that moment, it gave Horth the opportunity to defend and extricate her leg. And once she did, she rained down some ground and pound, right? So we got out the first round. Then in the second round, Horth again, man, it's just that pressure and the power that was the difference here. And she's putting it on Canteria. Canteria didn't seem to, she was very dejected going back to the stall in the first. And then in the second round, man, she just ate shots, not really able to get a game going. And Horth, another takedown, some serious ground and pound, and you're thinking, may end the fight, but Canteria is able to survive, and we go into the third round. Horth continues to bring that pressure, and it's like, she's just, I think she realized that she's stronger on the ground as well, and so she was, just going for that takedown. She took the back, and Canteria, at first she was defending. She turned away. She's going to get up, and it gave Hoiff the back again. And this time, Hoiff, man, she just locked it up, got that arm underneath the chin, and people, that was all it wrote, right? That was all she wrote. Jamey-Lyn Horth just added some more silverware to that cabinet with a just really, really impressive win. You know what I mean? So that ends a great year for LFA. Man, so many great events. So many. They put on more events than Bellator, right? And PFL, which does, and when you watch these cards and the quality of it, it does make me think, when you look at this, like LFA seems to be the one just behind the UFC in the quality of production, the matchmaking, their schedule. They've been killing it this year. So looking forward to see what happens next year. And I believe they open, I think it's the 15th. I think it's Friday is the 15th of January. And they're going to Dallas. So few ways. This is man, with so many events, you just get used to, watching MMA all the time. So it's just like, God damn it, gonna have to wait a few weeks. But looking forward to what LFA do in 2022, people. And a good way to end Friday and lead us into the fun that Saturday has in store.